Hey guys, today in this video we are going to create Netflix clone. So this is how it's going to look like. So this is you can see a hero page with the movie name and with movie description, and we have a play and more info button. If you click on this play button, it's going to play the trailer of that movie, and I'm not going to play because of the YouTube copyright issue. So and if we scroll down, we have this trending movie section, and if we hover over it, then you are going to see this button here to scroll right, and if I unhover, it's going to hide. So only the button is only visible when we hover. So if I hover and then click on this, it's going to scroll and load more movies for us. So this is how it's working, and we can also go back. Okay, so this is what we are going to build today. And if we click on any movie, like say if I'm going to click on this Ant-Man movie, then it's going to load this movie detail page, and if we can play its trailer also if we want. So this is what we are going to build today, and we can also log out and log in. If we click on this button here, we are going to log in. One more thing, whenever we reload this home page, it's going to show us a different movie. Let's reload and see. This is a different movie, and then again reload, then this is a different movie. So every time when we refresh our home page, it's going to change the movie. So that is really cool, guys. So let's see if this logout thingy works. If I click on here, it should log us out, and boom, we are log out. And now it's saying Netflix, and then it's showing us the sign in page. Sign in with Google is an option for us, is only option for us. So let's click on sign in with Google. I'm going to open for the account, and I'm going to choose my account, and as soon as we do this, we are signed in and we are on the app again. If we will click on any movie like say Wakanda Forever, then it's going to load the movie detail page, you can say, and then we have this play and play trailer button. So if we can just quickly see the trailer. Yeah, it's really good. So this is what we are going to build, guys, today. So I hope you guys are excited. So let's get started. So for that, I'm going to open my CMD in my folder, and I'm going to create a next app. So I'll write npx create next app Netflix YT, and we are not using TypeScript. ESLint yes, src directory yes, experimental app folder no, and we are going to go with the default imports. So let's just wait till it's installed. Okay, so our project is successfully created. So let's cd into it. Cd Netflix YT, and I'm going to do code dot to open my VS Code inside this folder, and my VS Code is here, and we can close the terminal now. Okay, so our VS Code is here. So let's first of all install Tailwind. So to do that, I'm going to go to Tailwind website. So I will write Tailwind, and I'll go to get started, and then framework guides, then Next.js. And we have done this first step. We have created our project, so we are going to do from the second step. So copy this and open inside the VS Code, open the folder, open the terminal, sorry, and then paste it. Then again go back and copy this one and let it finish the installation. It's going to create a tailwind config.js file. Yeah, it's here, tailwind config.js. It has been created. Now I'm just going to remove everything and then paste. Okay, So this is done. Now go back and we are going to copy this and go to style folder inside src style, just delete home.module.css file, and inside global I'm just going to remove everything and then paste this. Okay, now we will go back and then copy this hello world, and then I will just go back inside pages, inside index.js. I'm going to collapse main and going to delete the main, and then I'm going to write my own main, and inside here I'm going to paste the h1, and I'm just going to remove this font here, we don't need anything. Now I will do npm run dev and follow localhost 3000, and let's see if our hello world is underlined or not. If it is underlined, means Tailwind configuration is working. If not, then we have to. Okay, so our Tailwind configuration is working successfully, guys. So this is how we have installed and we are going to use Tailwind. Okay, so guys, we are going to start with this page here. Let me show you this login page. We are going to build first, and then we will build other pages. So to do that, we are going to create a component folder inside the src directory, components, and inside here we are going to create a login component, and I will do RAFCE to create a React arrow based functional component. And how I am getting these, I'm getting these from extension called ES6 ES7. Let me show you ES6 ES7 snippets, it's called. React Redux snippet, where it is, let me show you from my installed one. Let's just remove this, and inside here it's this one, ES7 React Redux snippet, sorry. So let's write ES7, it's this one, guys, here, this one. This is what we are giving us these cool snippets to make our React functional component. Okay, so this is our login page, and let's implement the Next-Auth first. So for Next-Auth we are going to go to the Next-Auth website. So let's go and search Next-Auth, and we are going to go to getting started. Okay, so getting started, first of all we need to install the package. So I'm just going to copy this, and then I'm just going to create a new terminal, and I'm just going to paste this here, npm install Next-Auth. And while it's installing, let's go here and check what we have to do. So we have to create this next.auth.js inside the pages api and /auth folder. So let's just copy the file name here, and let's go to the pages. Our package is installed, so let's go to the pages and then api. Then inside here we are going to create auth folder. So inside auth we are going to create this file, next.auth.js. okay, so this file will contain these. Okay, instead of GitHub we are going to use Google. So let's just remove this and turn it to Google, and Google, and here Google provider, process.env.client id and client secret. Okay, and we are going to give us a secret too, so that it don't give us any warning. .env dot next auth secret. Okay, so we are going to create this secret in a minute. So let's create this secret now. Let's go to the root directory of your project and then create a new file called .env.local. okay, and then we are going to name it Next.Auth secret, and then we're going to write some hard secret to guess. I did some typos in it too, so let's just keep it here so that nobody can guess our secret. Okay, it's not that much important, but let's just keep it like this. Okay, so since we have changed our env file, we need to reload the server, but we are going to reload in a minute after we get our client ID and then client secret from Google. So to get our client ID and client secret, we are going to go to Google Cloud Console. So I will write Google Cloud Console, and we are going to go here cloud.google.com. okay, then I'm going to change my account to Brave Coders. Then we are going to create a new project. From here click here on the left side, create a new project, and project name would be Netflix YT. okay, let's create. Our project is creating right now. It's gonna take a while. Okay, select the project. Okay, Netflix YT is selected. Now click on this Navbar menu here, and then API services, and then we are going to click on credential. Inside credential, we are going to configure a consent screen. So click here. Select external and then click create, and then we are going to give the app name again Netflix YT. Support email, we are going to choose our email, and then logo we are going to keep everything as it is. Just click on save, and then we have to give this email as well. So the blood, save and continue, and click on save and continue. Once again, just save and continue. Just go to dashboard. Okay, let's click on this credential now, and then let's click on create credential, and we need OAuth client ID. Select application type, web application, and then client name again Netflix YT. Authorization domain, we are going to add localhost 3000 for now. So http localhost colon 3000. Leave the authorization redirect URI as it is. Let's click on this create button, and we have this client secret, client ID, and then client secret. So I'm just going to copy client ID right now. So let's go back to our project and let's click copy this client ID, and we are going to go to the our env file, and I'm going to do this. Then again go here and then do this, and our client secret was this. Okay, and then our client id, copied it here. Sorry, client's id was this. Okay, and then our client secret, so our client secret is this one. Let's check to be sure. Yes, this one secret start from GOC and then client ID start from 357. So let's see, 357. Okay, and GOC. Okay, this is right. Our client secret and client ID is here, and now we are going to add a Next-Auth redirect URL. So Next-Auth URL, we are going to call it. So it will be just this Next-Auth URL localhost 3000. Okay, for now. Okay, so let's restart our server since we have changed a lot of stuffs in our env file. So npm run dev. Okay, so this is here, and then we are going to go back to our login component and let's write our login component. It's time to create our login component. So let's start with, we need a background image, as you can see here, where it is, Next-Auth. Yeah, we need this background image, so I'm just going to copy it from my previous build. So let's just go and copy it from the public folder, login bg, and then dp. We're going to copy these two stuff to our build. Oops, not this one, netflix yt public. Then I'm just going to paste it here. Okay, this is looking good. Now let's just close this one. And where's our localhost 3000? I think I just close it. Okay, so localhost 3000, and this is here. Okay, so let's go to the index folder, and then in the title I'm just going to write Netflix. Okay, and I'm just going to remove this from here. Now I'm going to retrieve the session from Next-Auth. So let's try to retrieve a session, and we are going to retrieve it in server side so that we don't have any delay in getting our session. So for to export, to get our session from server side, we are going to do export async function get server side profs, and it's going to take context and it is get server side profs. Okay, so we will create a variable called session equals to await get session. It's going to come from Next-Auth get session we are going to import it in a minute, and we'll pass the context to it, and then we will return an object containing props, and then it will be also an object, then it will contain session. Okay, looking awesome. And then we need to import this get session. We are going to import it from here, get session and get use session. Okay, so now in the front end, we are going to do something like const data, we will rename it to session, and we will get it from use session. Okay, and then we are going to do a check. If not session, if we don't have any session, then we want to return our login component. So login. So if we don't have any session, it will going to return us our login component. If we have session, we should see we have session. Okay, let's try this out. Okay, so we have to provide a wrap our app inside the session provider. That's why it's throwing us the error. So let's go to get started page. It was not completed actually. So let's go to this app.jsx file. Inside here they are going to tell us we have to use provider, and then we have to wrap this our app, entire app, with use provider. Okay, and then we have to just copy this stuff over here, and then just go back and then just go to underscore app.js and delete this and just paste it here. It should do the trick. Now let's go back to localhost 3000, and then we are seeing the login component because we don't have any session. Once we have the session, we will see the session page. Okay, so let's create the login page quickly. So let's go back here, and then let's go to the login component. And in login component, first of all, we will be having a class name, and it's saying us to try npm I save react types. Okay, so let's just do this, guys, because my auto completion is not working correctly. Maybe this is the cause of that's causing the issue. So it should work now. Let's try to remove this class name and then again type class name. Yeah, it's working right now. Okay, so we have this Tailwind, but we are just going to use a custom class login bg gradient, it's called. Okay, then we will say bg cover, and then we will say height of screen and grade and place items center. Okay, this is what we are going to call, and then we are going to call make this login bg gradient class inside our global.css. We will go and then we will write add layers, and we will use our component layer components, and then we will say dot login dot bg, and we are going to write normal css, I believe, in here. Yeah, just a normal css, just this, guys. Background image, a linear gradient, and then we are passing the login bg.jpg. So we should be seeing our image. Yeah, we have this beautiful image right now, and we have this gradient from the top and from the bottom, and in the middle we have this transparent color. Okay, so this is the gradient what I was talking about. Okay, so let's go back to the login.js, and again let's keep working on it. So let's go and create a logo component now, because we need logo. So let's go to logo.js, and inside here what we are going to do is we are going to copy the svg from my build. So from a previous build, you can just go to my github and then just click on this here dot here to open the internal inbuilt VS Code of GitHub, and I can just go to this login component and let it load first. So how you open this is just you just have to press the period button of your keyboard, period, or you can say full stop button. Okay, so let's go to the source and then components, and then inside I'm just going to go to the logo.js. Inside logo.js you can see we have this svg, a big svg, and some styling. So I'm just going to copy this whole, and I'm just going to go back to my VS Code and I'm just going to paste it here. So this is how we can just easily copy paste. And we have this style as a props here, and then in class name we are passing this style, so we can pass Tailwind classes to modify this also, this logo also. Okay, okay, so our logo component is here, so let's use it. Let's go back to the login.js, and inside here we are going to go import logo. So logo auto import, and let's see if it is on our screen or not. Yeah, it's this is the previous build and this is the current build. So our Netflix logo is really huge right now, so let's give it some classes so that we can just stick it to the top left like this one here. Okay, so let's quickly go to the logo.js and then we can just give a style, since we are passing a style props, and we can just pass Tailwind style here. Okay, now let's see if it is at the correct place. Yeah, now it is at the correct place, guys. So let's go back once again and then let's go create a container div. So let's go create a container div quickly. So this div, and we are going to go to give it a class name of bg rgba, and then I'm going to pass 0.75. okay, this color, and then we are going to pass p10 and w width of 80, and then space y6. It will give vertical spacing. Okay, and then we are going to give a h2 saying sign in, and we will have a class name of text tree excel and font medium. Okay, and then we will have a button, and with this button we are going to say class name bg white and text black and flex and gap of 2 means 8 pixel, and item center and padding of 4 and text excel. Okay, this is what we are going to give it to the button, and then we are going to use Google React icon library. So let's just first write sign in with Google. Okay, sign in with Google. Okay, so let's just save it and let's just try to see what we have now. So we have this so far. Okay, sign in with Google button. It will, we have to remove this space, extra space, because it's not, Tailwind does not support it. So let's just save right now and let's try to see. So now we have this black area, and then we have this button sign in with Google, and then we have this sign in text also, which is already a black text. We have to make it white. So to make all the text white, what we are going to do is we are going to make the text white in our body. So I will just go to the global.css, and inside here I'm going to copy at layer base, and inside base we are going to target body, and inside body we are going to write at apply and relative and text white, and bg we are going to give it a color of hash 141414. okay, a slight black. And we are also going to target our html and body, html and body, and we are going to say at apply overflow x hidden. okay, this is what we are going to do. okay, looking great. So let's go back and see if we have the white text. Yeah, we have this white text right now. So we are going to make it something like this. So we have this icon, this beautiful icon, which we are going to get from Google icons, sorry, not Google icon, from React icons. So for React icon, we are just going to go and search for React icons, and I'm just going to go to this first website, and then just going to copy this one here, and then we are going to just just go back, and inside our second terminal we are just going to paste this npm install react icons. And while it's installing, let's go back and just search for Google here, and we are going to wait a little bit, and it's coming. And then this icon, this colorful one, so it's fc Google. So just we are going to go to the login component and just going to import this icon. So I'll write import icon name, and then from react icons, and then it's starting from fc, so we have to pass fc. It's fc folder, it's going to import it from fc folder. okay, so let's go and then just do fc Google, and let's see if we have the icon. Yeah, we have the icon, but it's really small. So let's say make it bigger. So to make it bigger, we can just pass the class name property here, and then we can just do text3xl. so let's do text3xl, and let's see if it is bigger now. So now it's bigger. So now whenever someone clicks on this sign in with Google, we should redirect them to our sign in page. So to do that, we are going to give it a on click listener to this button here. So I'm just going to write on click, and we are going to do something like this, and then we are going to use a function called in sign in from React Next-Auth. okay, and then we will pass it Google. okay, this is what we are going to do, and it should prompt us to choose our Google account. It should work now, but it's going to throw an error, I know. So let's try sign in with Google, and then it's going to say that access is blocked, invalid permission, and it's saying redirect URI mismatch. okay, so just click on this see error details, and then just click copy this redirect URI. okay, and we are going to go back to the credential one, I mean Google Cloud Console, and then we are going to click on this Netflix YT, and then in the redirect URL we are going to go and add the copied one here. So let's see, and then save, and let's go back, and let's reload this page, and let's see, we have this account choosing page now. So if I just click on this my account, so we should be redirected. We have session now, we are logged in, guys. We are logged in. We are not seeing the login component again because we are logged in right now. So since we are logged in, let's go and create the Navbar. So if I just log in my build, in my previous build, so that I can show you what the navbar is looking like. So let me just sign in into my previous build. So this is the navbar, guys, and this navbar is pretty cool. If we scroll a bit, it's going to change its color. So if I just scroll, I mean, we can't scroll because we are in a movie detail page. So let's go and let's try to scroll. So as soon as I scroll, it changes its color to black. So this is what we are going to be doing today also, and this is really exciting, guys. This is really exciting. So let's go and do this. So first of all, we have this logo, then some bunch of text, and then we have this space, and then we have a bunch of icon here. So let's go and create a new component called navbar, navbar.js. Okay, then do RAFCE, my beautiful snippet. Okay, so now just remove this and write nav. Okay, inside the nav element we are going to take a div called container. So container here, and this will be flex, justify between. Okay, inside this we are going to take inside this we are going to take another div, with a class name of flex item center space x2 and mdx10. Then we are going to have our logo component, and in that logo component will be inside the link tag. So I will just use next link tag. So link from next link, it's auto imported, and href equals to slash. Okay, and then closing tag of link. Okay, so now the logo component is here. Okay, then style equals height auto and width 100 pixel. Okay, and just close it. Okay, and we are going to put this logo inside our hero component. So for that, let's create a hero component as well. Let me see first if we are putting it in the hero component or not. I don't think we are putting it in the hero component. So let me see where we are putting it. Actually, it's really going to go inside the hero component. Let me show you what I mean by it. Let's just keep it in the index.js for now. For now, let's just remove this and just render our navbar like so. Okay, so we should be seeing our navbar. Yeah, we have our logo, and in Tailwind we are going to do this to make our container center. We are going to do some changes in our Tailwind config.js file. So in here I'm going to say container, and I'm going to say center to true. As soon as I do it, I have to just give it a comma here so that it won't error out. So let's close this one. As soon as I do it, it should just go into the center. Let's reload the page. Okay, so it's leaving some space from the right side. It's approximately in the center. So let's keep working on our navbar. So navbar.js. Now after this link we will take a ul, another list, and this will have a class name. Again, class name hidden by default. On mobile devices it will be hidden space x4, okay, and md it will be flex, okay. And then we have this li tag, and we'll also have a class, and we will say header link, a custom class, okay, and cursor default, cursor pointer I mean, okay, and font semi bold, text white, and hover text white, okay, and we will write home in here, and we will give li, and we will write class name header link, and I will write tv shows, and I'm just going to copy it a bunch of time, and I'm going to write movies, and then new and popular, and then my list, okay, that's all. Just remove the last one, okay, hit save, and let's see what we have. So we have home, tv show, movies, news and popular, and my list. Let's quickly create this header link inside our style global.css, and inside in here I'm just going to say dot header link, and I've just provided some styles. So these styles are cursor pointer, text small, font light, text color, and then we have transition, duration, and then hover different color, okay. So this is what we have. So if we hover it, you can see the changes in the color, okay. So this is applied right now. So let's go and make this part we are making, we have made, and now let's go and make this part, okay. So I'm just going to go to the login component, not login, not navbar, okay. So I'm just at the end of this div here, yeah, at the end of this div I'm just going to go here and just going to paste some stuff. So we have a div with flex and item center and a bunch of more styles. Then we have icon, vs icon search. So if I just click control plus space, I can auto import it, but now no, it's not working, so we have to import it manually. And then we have a bell icon, so bell icon we have to import manually also. Then we have a Next.js image component, so Next.js image component we can import it from Next.js next image, okay. So we have imported it. So let's import our icons. So let's go and do import search one first, bi search from react icons slash bi, okay, this one done. And then bs bell Okay, import vsbell from react icons slash vs. Okay, now let's try to see. Now we have this bell icon, we have this search icon, and we have a text called kids, and if we click on this one, it's going to log us out, because it's going to log us out because we have this on click function, and then sign out is calling from here, and we have to import this sign out also. So sign out from Next-Auth. Okay, it's been imported, as you can see. Okay, now let's click on this sign out here, and we are on our sign in page. So let's go click sign in again. So it's we are logged in now, so our sign in functionality is working. So let's go create our this component, hero section you can say, or you can say banner section also. Okay, so let's go create our hero section. So first of all, I will go back to the VS Code, and inside component I'm going to create a hero component, hero.js. okay, so I will do RAFCE. okay, and now we have to create a movie details component also. So let's create a movie details.js. okay, and let's do RAFCE. okay, and inside the hero component, what we are going to do is we are just going to call this movie details component, and just going to call it like so. okay, now what we are going to do is we are going to fetch the movie list from the API called TMDB. okay, so let's go to the TMDB. so TMDB. okay, and we have to go on this website here, and you can see that I'm just already logged in. If you are not logged in, just create a just log in, or if you have no account, just create an account on it, and then go to your settings. So once your account is ready, go to the settings, profile and settings. So setting, where it is, just click on here. okay, and then setting. yeah, in setting we have to go to the API one, and then we will see this API key. So we have to copy this right now. So I'm just going to copy this, and I'm just going to do what is we are going to store this in our local env file. So we will call it next public API key, because we are going to expose this API to our front end also. So that's why we are prefixing it with next public. Anything which is prefixed with next public will be available to the client side of our app as well, not just the server. So we are going to use this API key and on our client side also. So that's why we are prefixing it with next public. So next public API key, and we have pasted our API key in our env.local file. okay, so let's save our env.local file. Since we change our env, so we need to restart our server. So let's do quickly restart our server. okay, and it's restarting, and now we are going to go to this movie details component. No, wait, we are going to go and create a utils folder inside our source directory. So let's, inside our source directory, we are going to create a new folder called utils. okay, and inside utils we are going to call something called request.js. okay, so inside our request, what we are going to do, we are going to do this. So we have our API key, which is process.env.next API key, and we have a base URL which is api.tmdb.org/3. okay, and then we are fetching the trending details from trending, and then movie poster, and then top rated movie, then action movie, comedy, horror, romance, and documentaries. Okay, so we are fetching this, and now we will go back to the index.js. so this is here, and inside our get server side props, what we are going to do, we are going to fetch this request. So inside our get server side props, we are going to do something like this. I'm just going to go to my GitHub, where it is, yeah, here it is, and inside pages, inside index.js, I'm just going to copy paste this here because I'm not going to type a lot. So this one here I'm going to copy just after the session. Okay, and then we are going to import the request from utils folder. Okay, we have imported, auto import is working. So let's go back, and then we are going to copy this now. Okay, so movie poster equals is to movie poster dot result, trending equals trending now dot result, and everything is, we are just passing it as a props. So we can also accept the props. So for that we are going to go up, and we are going to go here, where is, yeah, here, and then copy this object. We are destructuring the props. So these are the props we are getting, and we are destructuring it. And then what we are doing is that we will be having a hero component here, hero component. Okay, and then we will pass hero component our movie poster. So movie poster, so like say this movie poster, these props we are passing to the hero component. Okay, and then inside hero component what we are going to do is we can receive this movie poster props, movie poster. We can just log it out so that we can see everything is working. Okay, so let's go to the Netflix, and let's go and check this out. Let's reload. Okay, so we have this data now. So this data, you can see we have this backdrop path, and this is a image path. So we are going to use this path to set our image as a background, like this one here. So let's try to do this now. So in hero component, we are going to take a piece of a state called movie, const movie set movie equals use state, imported from React, and then we will be having something called a use effect. And so I'll just write use effect and import it from React. Movie poster, it will depend upon movie poster. Whenever movie poster will change, this use effect will run. So inside this use effect, what we are going to do is we are going to take const move equals to movie poster math dot floor. Okay, math dot random times movie poster dot length. So we will get a random number between 0 to the length of the movie poster. Okay, and we are storing it in the movie. And then we will do set movie to move. Okay, this is what we are doing. And now what we are doing is we are passing something to movie equals movie. We are passing movie to our movie details component. Okay, so let's go to the movie details component now. So in movie details component we will receive movie. Okay, and then what we are going to do is we are going to go here and render our Navbar. Okay, so now let's go back to the index.js and remove the navbar rendering from here. Okay, so let's go to the index.js and give it some style. In this main tag we are going to give it some style. Relative bg gradient, we are giving it a gradient colors. Okay, so that if we can just see the gradient is here and it's not up to the, it is not in the entire screen right now. So this is the gradient we are passing. And okay, so let's go back to the movie details page. And in movie details page what we are going to do is we are going to use something called react player also in here, and we are going to use a lot of stuff, guys. So we will first let's check out what we have on the screen. So we have on the screen something like this. So let's give this nav custom class. So inside here I'm going to go to the global.css, and inside the base one I'm going to go here and give nav a position of fixed, top 0, z index 50, flex, width full, item center, justify center, px4, py4, transition all, and on lg breakpoint we are going to give px10, and on lg breakpoint we are going to do py6. Okay, so this is what we are doing and we are going to save it. So now we can see we have this beautiful gappings now from the top. Okay, so this is what our navbar will look like. This is how our navbar will look like. So let's go back to the movie detail components, and in movie detail component we are going to create a div with container as a class name, and this container will create hold flex and flex column and space y2 padding 16. Okay, justify center and lg pb12. Okay, inside here we will say absolute, and we are going to say top 0, left 0, minus z of 10, and height of screen, width of screen. Okay, and in here we will render our image component. So let's write image, and Next.js image component it's gonna be, and it's gonna be fill. Okay, and then src is going to be template string, and we can say if we have, we will first of all use our base URL, and I'm just going to create a base URL inside my utils folder. So inside my utils folder I'm going to create a link file called constant.js. okay, and inside this constant we are going to have something called base URL, which I'm just going to copy paste. So this is the base URL, image.tmdb/org/t/p/original. okay, so this is the base URL which we are using here, and I can just import it from utils. okay, so this is the base URL, and then what we need to do is we need to just go here and keep working on it. So movie dot, I will do something like this, backdrop path if movie has a backdrop path, otherwise if movie have poster path. So this API works like this, guys. Sometimes we have backdrop path, sometimes we have poster path. So we are checking both the case. If we have backdrop path, then we are choosing it. If we have no backdrop path, then we are going to look for poster path. And object cover, okay, and alt tag should be movie poster. okay, so let's try to see if we have something here. So it's saying image.tmdb.org is not configured in our next config.js. so let's configure this one out. So I'm just going to copy this here and just go back to our next config.js, and inside here I'm just going to write images, and it will be an object, and it will be have domains. okay, this will be an array, and this will contain this. And as soon as I save it, I have to restart my server also to make these changes work. So let's restart our server. okay, and boom guys, here we see our image, and if we reload this page we should see different image. Yeah, Ant-Man. okay, this is working now. So this is working, we are actually seeing the different images. So let's keep styling on this one, and let's keep pushing ourselves. okay, so from here we will go here and give a h1. I'm just going to copy paste, guys, because these stuffs are really very easy. So I'm just going to copy paste a little bit, not all. So we have this h1, and we have movie title, otherwise movie name, otherwise movie original name, and then we have a movie dot overview, and we are using optional chaining here so that our UI won't break. If this property is not found, it's not going to return us null something, and it's just not going to break our app. So you can see our name and overview is already here. So let's go and create this button also. This button I'm talking about, play and more info button. Okay, so for this button I'm just going to copy paste from here. After the end of this p tag, we are going to go and copy paste this. So set player true, we don't have any set player right now, so let's go and just comment this on click out. Okay, then we have this fa player, I cannot auto import. Again we have this circle, again we have to import these two icons, so I can just copy the import statement. Okay, let's see what we have. Okay, so we also have some custom class which we have to, we have a class called banner button. So let's go and create a class inside the global.css. Let's go and create banner button, and this will be having this styles as you can see, and this is now fully looking awesome. So this is our hero section, and let's go and create this section now. But before that, let's create this functionality of playing the trailer. So if you click on this, you can see the trailer is there. So let's go and create a functionality of playing the trailer. So for playing trailer, what we are going to do is we are going to go to the GitHub, and then I'm just going to go to the movie details page, and inside the movie details page what you will see is you will see this. After this more info, you will see here we have a starting div and its ending div is this one. I'm just going to copy this stuff here. Okay, just copy this, and then I'm just going to go into the movie details where it is. So I can just write Control P and then movie details.js. Okay, so just paste this out, and we need to install a package called React Player. So if we'll search for React Player, it's this one guys, npm install React Player. Let's do this in our second terminal. So let's do npm install React Player, and we can just import it. Okay, and now we should be good to go. Okay, so we don't have show player defined. Okay, so let's go and create this show player thingy. So let's go to the hero.js first. Okay, and in here what we are going to do is we are going to have a bunch of states. First is trailer and then second is show player. Okay, so this is what we are going to do. Before setting our movie, and after this we can do a fetch request to the movie with movie ID and with our API key, and then we will get the JSON, then we will do res.json, then we will get the data, then we will set a constant called trailer index, and we will do what we are going to do is, let me show you what the data is so that I can show you what we are exactly doing. So let's log the data here, and let's write something so that we can know what data. Okay, let's do something like this. Let's reload this page. and let's try to see if we have this log. Nope, it's saying show player undefined, so let's pass the show player right now. We are going to pass show player and a bunch of more stuffs. Okay, and in movie details we are going to retrieve those stuffs. In movie details we are going to retrieve movie show player trailer, and this is here, and it's saying hydration failed. I'm just quickly going to tell you why it is happening and how we can fix it, but before that I want to show you the data. So this is the data, guys. This is our data object. As you can see, inside this data we have something called videos, and inside these videos we have something called results, and inside this result we have an array of results. And if I will just open this first one, then you can see we have this key. This key is a YouTube link, guys, the YouTube link. So we have to make it the full link of the YouTube. So, and also you can say this type is, you can say it's type here, you can see it's type here. And if I'll show you this type again, this one is a clip type. So again I'm looking for a trailer type, clip trailer. So this one is trailer, so we are going to check if it is a trailer. If it is a trailer, then we are going to get its index, that is the 7th one is a trailer, so 7th one is a trailer, so we are going to get the index. So what we are doing here is that we are going to get the index of that trailer. So we are saying data dot videos dot result dot find index, and then for each element we are trying to say element or type equal to trailer. If it is a trailer, then it is going to return the index of that trailer to this variable called trailer index. And then we are going to say const trailer url equals to, we are appending a YouTube link, v equals to data dot videos dot result trailer index dot key. This one, guys, again I have to open it. Data dot index data dot videos dot result dot key dot in not key result dot trailer index, that was 7, and then key means this one here. This is what this is going to return, and then this is going to append it to this watch URL, and then this watch URL is set as set trailer URL, and then this trailer is passed down to our player. So our player should be working right now, but we have a dehydration here, but it should be working. If I just click on it, it's not working because we have removed the click listener. So let's go to the movie detail page and just click on this one here, and let's make it click, and then this trailer is playing, guys. So our trailer is working, but every time when we reload the page we are going to see a dehydration error. So this is going to happen because this happen every time whenever we use React player library. So to solve this issue, what we are going to do is we are going to lazy load this React loader library. So I'll just go in the top and remove this import here. So now what we are going to do, we are going to import dynamic import. We are just going to dynamic import that UI, that library, sorry. We are going to say const react player equals dynamic. It will be an arrow function, and then it will write, I will write import react player slash lazy and then I'm going to pass in an object called SSR false. This should not cause the dehydration error. Now if I'll just reload this page, you can see the dehydration error is gone and it's not coming back. So this is what we have created, this one, and now we are going to create this section here, trending comedy section. Okay, so to create that, what we are going to do is we are going to go back to our index.js file and we are going to create a row component actually. Okay, so let's go and create a row component, row.js. Okay, and this row component will look like this. Let's continue building our row components. So I will just go inside here and then I will take a h2 with a class name width 56, margin top 6. Okay, cursor pointer, text sm, font semi bold, and text color would be E5, E5, E5. Okay, transition duration 200 millisecond, and on hover we want text white and md scale text to excel. Okay, and then here we will render our title which we will receive as a prop. We don't need this spacing, so just remove this. Yeah, and let's destructure our props, title as well as movies. Okay, now after this h2, let's take a div with class group and relative, and on md scale we want ml2. Okay, and now we want some icon, so we will write vi chevron left icon, and we want to give it a class name, a dynamic class name. This, no, just a class name, absolute, then top 0, bottom 0, then left 2. This is the arrow we are creating right now. This is the left arrow, height of 9, width of 9, and then cursor pointer. Now opacity 0 by default, and transition on hover scale 1 to 5. Okay, and then group hover. Whenever this group will be hover, then its opacity gonna be set to 100. Okay, so this is what we are doing for the left arrow icon, and then we are going to create our thumbnail component inside our container. So let's go create a container first. So let's go div with class name of flex items center space x 0.5 and scroll overflow x scroll, and then we will use our scroll bar hide utility class, which is a plugin which we will install in a minute. So let's just do this for now. Space x 2.5 and on md padding 2. Okay, then we will give it a ref equals to row ref. We also have to define the row ref at the top, so let's go and define the row ref first. So we will use cons row ref equals use ref imported from React. Okay, and then we will just pass in the null for now. Okay, so this is our row ref. I will show you why we are using it in a minute. So let's just first do one thing, is go inside here in between this div and then take our movies and map to all movie, map movie, and then we will return a thumbnail component which we have not yet created. So thumbnail will take key as a parameter props, and then I will provide movie.id as key, and then it will take movie, which will be just movie itself, single movie, and then we can just close it out like this, and then we can just save it. So let's create this thumbnail component first. So let's go inside the component folder and create a new thumbnail.js. Okay, and do my beautiful snippet rafce again. Okay, so the thumbnail is ready now. Okay, let's make the right arrow now. So for right arrow, what we are going to do is we are going to copy this left arrow one, and outside this div, okay, let me just first see what is going on in here. We have a div with spacing y2, okay, and then we have h2, good. Then we have a div with relative indexing, and then we don't want to close this div right now, we are going to close it here. Okay, so now again after the ending of this div, I'm just going to uh, copy paste my left arrow icon and make it right one. So just I will write right here and import it from react icons. Okay, and then instead of left it will be right, too. Okay, everything else should be the same, and let's see what is going on here, what we are getting, if we are getting our arrows or not. So let's reload this page. we are not rendering our component, our arrow component. So for that, let's go to the GitHub and let's go to the pages, and inside pages let's go to index.js, and in index.js, as you can see, we have this section, and this section is containing some rows. So I'm just going to copy this all and just going to go to the index.js, and inside here, after this hero section, I'm just going to paste it in and then import the row component from our components. Okay, auto import is working, and then you can see this trending, and then top rated is coming from our props which we have in here, which we are fetching on the server side. As you can see down at the bottom, we are fetching the props at the server side, and then we are passing it to the props, and then we are receiving it as a props, and then we are repassing it to the row component. Okay, so let's try and see what we have now. So let's try. Oh, this one is the previous build. This one is the current build. On this showing thumbnail is not defined inside row.js, so we have to import the thumbnail also. So let's go to the row.js, and inside this we are going to import the thumbnail component. Okay, now it should work. Now we have this thumbnail, and when we hover it, we can see the arrows, and left and right both arrows. Whenever we hover any list, we are seeing the arrows. Okay, so let's go and design our thumbnail component now, so that we can actually see the movie listing there. So let's open the thumbnail component, and let's start with a link tag. So let's go and turn it to link, import next link. Okay, and href equals to hash for now, and we will receive movie as a props, and href will be movie.id. so no more hash, just do this and this and write slash, and then a template string variable movie.id. Okay, and then we are going to give it some class name. So I'm just going to copy paste because this is simple, and there are too many long class names, so I'm not going to waste a lot of time. So we have relative and mean width and something like cursor pointer, transition, duration, ease in out, and then we have on MD mean width 260 pixel and an MD hover 105. Okay, so this is what we have on the link component, and then we will be having a image component, next image component. So let's do this and import next image, and in src we will take we will have this URL and then slash movie.backdrop path or movie.poster path. Okay, whichever is is available, it will going to use that. So now class name rounded sm object fit object cover, and on MD it will be just rounded. Okay, and then we will be having a fill prop, and then we will be having alt tag as movie poster, and then we will close this image component. So now we should be having this movies display. Yeah, as you can see, as soon as I save it and then go down, you can see the all the movies are here now. So let's, and we have this scroll bar which is really annoying, so let's just remove this scroll bar so that we can have better UI. Okay, so to remove the scroll bar, we are going to use a package called Tailwind scroll bar hide. So let's do Tailwind scroll bar hide. So this package, so let's open this one, and then we are going to do npm install. So we are going to go back to the VS Code and then open the terminal and change to my second terminal, and on here we are going to paste npm I tailwind scroll bar hide. Okay, now let's go back to the website again, and let's go to their repository page, and here you can see that we have to, inside the plugin, inside the tailwind config.js, we have to use it as a plugin. So I'm just going to copy this require thingy, and I'm just going to go to tailwind config.js. so where it is, tailwind config.js here, and then inside plugins I'm just going to paste the require statement. Okay, good. Since we have changed the configuration file, so we are going to restart our server so that no error comes popped up. Okay, so our server is restarted, and now I'm just going to go back to the thumbnail, no, not row component. So let's go to the row component. So in row component we are going to give it the in row component we are going to give a scroll bar hide here. So let's do a scroll bar hide. Okay, as soon as I save it, it should just remove the scroll bar. So if you will see, it's reloading right now. Okay, so it's going to reload the page, and then we don't see any more the scroll bar. So the next thing is, when we click over this arrows, it should just scroll it left and right. So to do that functionality, we are going to go back to the row component, and inside the row component we are going to have a function called handle click. Okay, it's going to take direction as a props, as a parameter, sorry, as an argument, and we are checking if rowref dot current, if it is exist, then we are going to do const scroll left and client width from rowref dot current. So we are basically just destructuring the scroll left and client width from rowref dot current. Okay, so and then we are doing const scroll to. This will be equal to, this will depend upon direction. If direction is equal to left, if we are left scrolling, then what we want is scroll left minus client width. And if it is not the case, if we are scrolling to the right direction, we are going to do scroll left plus client width. Okay, and then what we are going to do, we are going to take rowref dot current dot scroll to, and then we are passing an object. Left will be our scroll to, which we have just defined above. Okay, and then behavior would be smooth. Okay, so now it should work, but to make it work we have to add a click listener on both of the arrows. So let's go and then add a click listener to here, and on click. Okay, so this is wrong. Yeah, now it is correct. Now on click and right this time. Okay, let's save it and let's go back to our web page. So our page is here. Let's try clicking this, and this is going to scroll, guys. This is really insane, guys. This is scrolling. You can see the smooth scrolling. If we click on the left, it's also going to scroll. Okay, so this is working now. Now what functionality we want is that whenever someone clicks on a movie, they should be redirect to a page especially for that movie. So to do that, we are going to make a dynamic page, and we will just pass the movie ID to that page, and then we can just render the result of that very ID. So what we are going to do is we are going to make a page with uh, brackets and then id .js. okay, so this is our dynamic page. That's why it's written inside the brackets. So rafce, and we are going to change it to movie detail page. Okay, so now if we click on any movie, we should see movie detail page. If I'm just going to click on this one, so we see movie detail page. So it whenever someone will hit localhost 3000 slash anything, we are going to show the movie page. Like say if I hit like this, then again it's showing to movie page, because this is the dynamic page, guys. Whenever something is dynamic, we are saying that id would be just dynamic thingy. Localhost 3000 will be the base, and then we will have some id. So this is how it's working. So now we can just make this movie page pretty quickly, pretty easily, because we have a component already designed for the header. So we are going to use the same component, that is movie detail component, and let's see how we are going to do this. So let's go back to the movie detail page, and let's go back and let's use server side props function. So I'm just going to copy paste. So it's export async function get server side props. Okay, let's extract the session equals await get session from Next-Auth, sorry, and we'll pass it the context. Okay, and then we will extract id from context dot query. Okay, so our id is here, and now we are going to make a request for the current movie with that very id. So to do that, what we are going to do is we are going to copy paste a fetch request call here. I'm going to explain you guys what is going on. So we have this variable called request, and then it's going to be await, and then it will fetch this very url with the id which is present on the page id here, and then we are passing our process.env.next public api key, and then we are passing it and appending it as a video and everything else. So you can just copy it from my github repo, no worries, and then we can just return props, and inside props we will be having session as well as movie, and we will call it movie, and we will get it from request. Okay, so this should be working right now. So we can just accept the movie here, okay, as a props, and then let's log this movie out so that we can see what is going on. So movie, okay, so let's log it, and let's go to any let's open our console first. And let's go to this movie, and here we see, guys, this is the data we are getting. We have this backdrop path, and we have all the information we need to build the movie page, and we have these videos which I'm interested in. Again, the result, we have a result array. And so let's go and create the movie page quickly. So I will get the say I'll get the session first. So let's do const data and rename it to session, and we are going to use session hook from Next-Auth, and then we are going to have a state called const show player set show player, and this should be equal to use state and we are going to pass the default value as false, and we need to import use state from React use state. Okay, so again we are going to say if no session, then return show us the login page. If no session, then return return login component. Okay, auto imported. Nice. Again we are going to do this const trailer index equals to movie dot videos dot result dot find index. Okay, and then it will find an element, and this will just return element dot type. If its type is a trailer, then we are basically doing the same thing which we have done in our other component, from where we are fetching the trailer in our hero component, I think. So let's do one more variable, const trailer URL equals this URL. We are going to make a URL in a minute. This will be equal to this YouTube URL. So this is what we are going to go do inside the trailer, and then what we can do is we can just remove this, and we can use movie details component, movie detail page, not page details component. Okay, this one, and we can just pass it to movie equals movie. Okay, and then we will pass show player okay, and then set show player equals to set show player. Okay, and then we can just pass trailer URL equals to trailer URL. Okay, so that's all guys, and it should be working right now. So let's go and try to go on the home page first. So this is our home page, and then if we go to this Wakanda Forever movie, and this is fetching the data right now guys. So this is working actually, and if we click on this play button, it's gonna play the trailer also. So this is working, and if we just log us out. Wait, let me just copy the URL of this movie so that I can show you guys one cool stuff. So if I just log out here, so this is going to show us the login component, and if I paste the URL to the Wakanda Forever movie Black Panther, it's not going to go there. It's going to return at the login component. As you can see, it's returning the login component, and if we log in, it should show us the movie page. So let's try logging in, and now it's showing the movie detail page. Okay, so the last thing is to deploy this build guys. So to deploy this build, I'm just going to go to the GitHub and GitHub home. I'm just going to do a plus, a new repository, and I'm just going to name it Netflix YT. Okay, I'm just going to make it public, add git ignore file, and template would be node.js node. Okay, just create this repo. Okay, so our git ignore is here, and then I'm just going to go add files and upload files. I'm not going to use my terminal because my terminal is logged in with another account, so I'm just going to use the main account. I'm just going to use the UI and try to drag and drop upload. So let's just drag and drop the files in here from Netflix YT, and then we are just going to not select the node modules and .next and .git. We're just going to select public, src, and everything else. Let's just drag it to here and then just drop, and it's going to upload our files to the GitHub. And meanwhile we can open Vercel. So we are just going to open Vercel. It's just working right now. So it's here, just click on commit changes. Okay, so our files are here. Now let's go to the Vercel, and in Vercel we are going to add a project. So inside the add project you will see Netflix YT, which we have created just now. So I'm just going to click it, import, and then inside the environment variable, guys, we don't have to forget it. Inside the environment variable we are going to add everything from our uh, environment variable, which is the env file. So let's start with this client id. So let's quickly just do client id, then this will be the value. Okay, then client secret, client secret done, then Next-Auth secret, then Next-Auth url. This one we need to change after the deployment because it's going to change, but for now I'm just going to go with localhost 3000, and let's try this, add this, and let's go next public API key finally, and use our API key. Okay, so let's see, no more. So let's just click on the deploy now, and it's going to start the deployment. We can see the building. So it's creating an optimized production build. Okay, collecting page data, and this is here, guys, this is here, it's completed, and now it's going to do some checks and then assign the domain. So it's checking now, the domain is assigned, and as we can see we have this beautiful website, guys. Now let's go to the continue tab, and we have to do many things, like we will just visit this URL, and this will not work, guys. If I click on this sign in with Google, it's going to throw an error. and it's going to throw this error because this domain is not registered inside the Google Cloud Console. So we have to copy this domain, okay, and go back to Google Cloud Console and click on Netflix under OAuth 2.0, and I'm just going to add this URL as well, and we are going to add one more in here, authorize redirect URI. So we will just click on this again and it will throw us an error, and we'll do error details, and then we will just copy this link here, this one, and just do a back, and not here. On browser we are just going to go to the client authorization URI this, and just save this. Okay, so this is saved. Now let's go back to the Vercel website. Okay, so if I just try to sign in now, so it's not erroring us out. Actually, if I just choose the account, we are just going to see the login page. This is because we have to change our next what was it, Next-Auth URL. Currently it's localhost 3000, but we have to change it to this domain. So to change it, just go back to the production build and just click on the settings here on Vercel, and then inside the environment variable, I'm just going to go to the Next-Auth URL and just click here, and then click edit, and just click paste the link here, and just click on save. And after this we are going to go to the deployments, and we are just going to redeploy this build, and just click on redeploy, and it's going to rebuild our website. So currently it's building, as we can see, creating optimized production build, collecting page data, and we are good to go. Just some checks and assign domain. Done. Now let's go back and just reload this page. We should be logged in right now. Yeah, it's working, guys. So if I just click on this logout button, okay, and then try to log in one more time with my main account, it's gonna work. Okay, so this is working, guys. As we can see, we have this beautiful website which is scrollable too. Okay, so let's open a movie detail page. So Ant-Man and the Wasp. Okay, so it's working, and we can just play the trailer also. So everything else is working, guys. So thank you so much for watching, guys. I hope you enjoy the video. If you do, please like and support the channel. I'll meet you in the next one.